this key. Okay, let's see what's missing. Oops. It's a bit of a mess. Buttons falling out. Buttons falling out. $16.16. Chips missing. Okay, so what we got. So that's positive. Okay. So that was just a bad battery. That's good. What we're going to try and do is going to use the VVDI one, try and make it onto that, and we're going to try and program up the chips to suit the Mitsubishi Lancer 2008. So generate transponder, Asia, Mitsubishi. So this key here was missing the chip, so we need to generate two of them, program them in, and then cut this one into a new shell. We replace the battery, so that one will work, and this will be another complete one. Okay, Mitsubishi, enter. Lancer, enter. 2006 onwards, enter. We need a 7936. 7936. Generate. Success. That's one. There's two. Back. Transponder clone, let's see if it reads it. Read. Okay, that's what it made it into. CDP. That looks right. Now we remote clone. Okay, we're not going to be able to do that one. Back. Program remote. Asia. And program our remote and then program it into the car. There's Mitsubishi. Okay, it's missing this one. The Mitsubishi Lancer 2008, so that's a JC Sedan. Lancer, enter. That looks correct. That's the right frequency. That was our key there. Yes. Okay, now we want to generate that. Phone key. Oh, hang on a second. We need to plug this in. What am I doing? What am I doing today? Okay, so we need our cable now. There's our cable. There it is. Let's plug this in. Okay, that's plugged in now. No battery. Back. Generate. Writing data. 100% burn successful. Okay, so we've burned this Mitsubishi Lancer remote into this one here, and it's a 3-button one. It's a 3-button one, 433 megahertz. We should be good. Let's go see if we can program it into the car now. Okay, so we'll disconnect this, we'll disconnect this. Let's put a battery in it, CR2032. There's a 2032 right there. So which side's which? It'll have to be that way. The light's lighting up. Okay, we are good. Okay, so we've got a bad cable. Lovely. Battery's low. Mitsubishi, Australia. Okay, Lancer CJ can. Right there. Lancer CJ can. Sedan. Non-proximity. Now we need the challenge. Okay, now we have the challenge. Enter 408 504 14 16. Enter 7. Enter. Okay, switch on ignition. It's automatic. Trying to communicate. Okay, serial number, hardware, chassis number, everything good. Fault codes, read fault codes, fault code 1, enter. Fault code unknown. Clear fault codes failed. Back. Special function. Keys programmed. Access granted. Fast keys program 12, keys program 2, okay, back. We want to put that up there like that. Enter. Enter. All keys will be removed. Access granted, access granted. Success. Enter. Program next key. Now we have the chip in this, so this should be right. Enter. Conditions incorrect. Please check transponder. Okay, back. Press the lock button twice on the first key within 1 minute. Press the lock button twice on first key within 1 minute. Chime will be heard. Once, twice. No chime. There's a key. Close door. Foot on brake. Hold that one there. It's beeping, boots open, no lights. Shouldn't be right. Program next key. Put it there. Next key, so that's right in there. So we'll put that hard up against there. Failed. Great. Next key. Turn ignition on. Press the lock button twice. No chime. No chime. Communications failed. Okay, back. Okay, let's test. Let's try the Lons door. Okay.
Okay, so in conclusion, we used a few machines here. We used the VVDI, we used the Key DIY, M8, MVP, the Lonsdale K518, and to generate and all the rest. The first place we started with the VVDI, generated the remote control perfectly, gave me a little image. I knew exactly it was the right key, I knew exactly the right frequency, plugged in, program, wrote it up perfectly. Also generating the chip with the VVDI was very simple. I was able to find which one it was by the model, and I had no troubles finding it whatsoever. So I really like that, easy tool to use. The remotes didn't program in. I've read a lot of literature and it says sometimes they just don't program in and to refer it to the dealer to program in. There's got to be another way. I tried the MVP, I tried the M8, and I tried the Lonsdor K518. All three didn't sort of accept it. I do know that these remote controls, especially the key DIY one, does work. So I generated it with the VVDI first, didn't work, and then I generated a key DIY one, still didn't work. But I did read through the support in the comment section, and other people have had the exact same car and said it worked. So perhaps it was just this car, or perhaps it was just the technique I was enrolling him with, or something was wrong with the car, or I was doing something wrong out of order. So not to say that the generating of the remote wouldn't have worked. It's just to say that it didn't work in this scenario. If you know why, leave it in the comment. If I'm doing something wrong, please leave it in the comment. Also, the remote control, a genuine one, we were looking like $170, and the key DIY and the VVDI one's a lot cheaper. So that was, the only option we could kind of go for, because none were in stock of the original ones. Looking at the MVP and looking at the M8, they both did exactly the same thing. Of course, you got that challenge with the M8, which is a little bit annoying, and with the MVP and the smart dongle, you don't have that. So both machines kind of did exactly the same thing. I did notice when I tried to do it with the MVP, it didn't seem to want to charge me a token, so that was pretty good there. I thought it would have, but it didn't for what I did. Looking at the key itself, what we didn't have on board on the day was one of those shells. It would have been nice to recut it back into a nice new shell, put the remote, and the remote just seemed to be needing a battery and a transponder chip. For some reason that had been smashed open, needed a new shell, new battery, and a transponder chip. Transponder chip all went in perfectly. One thing I did learn on this particular one was that when it says switch ignition off, you just give it from the on position, you flick it back one, the lights on the dash go out, and then you flick it forward again, then the ignition lights come back on, then you hit that. So that took me a couple of times to do that. Other than that, the key programmed up perfectly with the MVP and the M8. The K518, I couldn't program in the remote, and I couldn't program, well, I didn't try programming in the key. I tried all the settings, I tried all the different systems. I couldn't get it to work at all for Mitsubishi for this remote. Thanks for watching. If you know a way of programming in these Mitsubishi remotes easier than the way we were doing it, or if we're doing it wrong, or if you've got a better technique or a better machine that seems to work a lot better, please leave a comment down below. Other locksmiths, and ourselves included, would love to know if you've got any further information on this topic. It always helps out ourselves and other locksmiths along the way. We are not the guru of car keys. We do some car keys, so from time to time there is a lot of working things out. So yeah, if you've got a better technique or a better machine, we'd love to know about it, and leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching.